the small pumpkin. Take out the corresponding yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger. And then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Work into a magic ring, make loop around your middle finger, and pinch the crossover of the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. Insert hook into the loop of middle finger. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop. A magic ring is formed on the middle finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through the loop and hook. That's a chain stitch. The chain stitch is trace a height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Then work 6 single crochets. Insert hook into the magic ring. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops and hook now. Then yarn over the hook and put the yarn through both loops and hook. That's a single crochet. Such a V shape is formed on the side. Each V shape stands for 1 stitch. Place a marker in the first stitch, through the underneath of both loops of the V shape. We need to mark the first stitch of every round. Insert hook into the magic ring. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops and hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through both loops and hook. The second single crochet is done. Insert hook into the magic ring. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops and hook. Then yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through both loops and hook. The third single crochet is done. Continue to work 3 more single crochets in the same way. Six V shapes on the side stand for 6 single crochets. We can count the V shapes to check the number of stitches. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Finally, work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Remove the marker. Insert hook into the mark stitch. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the stitch. There are 2 loops and hook now. Then pull the first loop and hook through the right loop and hook. Tighten up. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch serves as a second action. It's not counted into a number of stitches. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 increases. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook and put the yarn through the loop and hook. The chain stitch is trace a height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Then work 6 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. The hook should go through both loops of each V shape. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark the first single crochet. Then work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. That's 1 increase. There are 2 V shapes on the side. Now work the second increase. First, work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Then work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. The second increase is done. Continue to work 4 more increases in the same way. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Six increases are done. We can see 2 small V shapes here. One is a snip stitch of previous round, and the other one is a chain stitch of this round. Skip these 2 V shapes and work 1 snip stitch in the mark stitch. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the mark stitch. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the wrenching loop on the hook. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch services and collection is not counted into a number of stitches. Pay attention to the yarn's tightness during crocheting. If the yarn is too tight, we can't insert the hook easily. If it's too loose, the fabric will be out of shape. Round 2 is done. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work set off 1 single crochet or increase for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. The chain stitch is straight ahead and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark the first single crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. One single crochet and 1 increase are finished. One set is done. There are 3 V shapes on the side. Keep working 5 more sets. The second set, work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. The third set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. The fourth set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. The fifth set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. The sixth set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Six sets are done. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the mark stitch. You're under the hook and pull up loop. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the arrangement loop on the hook. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch services and connection is not counted into number of stitches. This neat and clear side facing us is the front. This side with the yarn tail is the back of the fabric. We'll crochet with the front side always facing towards us. Round 3 is done.